everybody, and welcome back to SCDC ENT presents The Aged Woman, and I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another interesting topic. And today I want to talk to you about building a personal relationship with the Most High. So everybody I have a personal relationship. And I can understand how you may think that you can have a personal relationship, but think about this. If you think that you, say for instance, you follow somebody on YouTube, right? And you watch them, and every week they putting out a video or something that they doing. So you begin to really relate to these people. You commenting on all their videos, you listening to what they saying, you following them, you share their ups, their downs. But you don't know these people. You don't know these people. Just because you see somebody and you see a portion of their life and a portion of things that they do, you don't know these people. And because you don't know these people, you don't have a personal relationship with them. Now, once you reach out to them and you begin to talk to them, and if you make some plans and you go hang out with them and this and that, that's how you build a personal relationship with somebody. But you can't just build a personal relationship just by watching somebody or, just doing what you think is acknowledging somebody. And so I said all that to say that in order for you to have a personal relationship with God, you got to know how to get God to deal with you, or how God deals with you, or you have to come to Him on His terms, right? You can't come and God don't bend to us. God don't bend to us, right? God don't bend to us. God, we have to bend to God, and we have to do, what He says, and I'm not talking to you who don't believe. If you don't believe, in God, if you don't want to have that discussion about that, then this is not the right channel for you, because I'm a spiritual woman, and I have been in the church since I started going to church when I was like 7 years old, and I'm one of those ones that actually kind of paid attention, and but one thing about me, the saying that they have in the Bible is that His sheep hear His voice. And one thing that I have always done is wanted to hear God's voice. I have always wanted to hear Him speak to me, because I speak to Him. I speak to something in my mind, or talk to myself, or have my thoughts. And I know that my thoughts is a higher form of intelligence, a higher connection than me. I remember when I was young, I looked out the window, and when I looked out the window, I thought two things. I was like, wow, we done been through slavery, and I guess we just stuck here, huh? And I was young thinking that we just stuck here. And then later on, I went to school, and I told my teacher, I said, because you remember those standardized tests, and you got to select. It's an ant on me, y'all. I'm outside. It was the standardized test where they want you to be Black/African American or whatever. And I'm like, my skin is not black. I am not black. And I used to raise my hand, and I was like, I said, do I have to select black? I said, because I'm not black. My skin is brown. I said, maybe I'm a native Indian or something like that. She was like, girl, you black. Girl, you black. And just left it like that. Like that didn't make no sense to her. Like, that didn't make sense to her. When I think about all the miseducation and things that we go through, and we can't be mad at ourselves because we don't reach our full potential and you know, being super hard on ourselves. Like, this world is set up to just screw us over, you know. And if you are a type of person that just don't think outside the box, if you just think that the box is the box, then you sleep, you know. But getting back to my points and everything. So the first thing that you got to do in order to have a relationship with God is, number one, you got to keep his commandments. You got to keep his commandments. You got to keep his commandments. And keeping his commandments does not have to make sense to you. It does not have to make sense to you. It does not have to make sense to you. Just do it. Just do it. Do it, because what other guideline do you have to go by? There is no one out here telling us, you know, how to live, how to eat, what to eat. Everybody is telling us we can do whatever we want. Clearly, that is not true. You understand? I've always had, and I guess it's because I've had a father in my life, I have a slave mentality, is that I feel like you shouldn't question authority. Right? We were raised not to question authority. If your daddy say don't do this, you don't do it. And because you already know if daddy had to put his foot down, it's going to be a problem. And you don't want him to put his foot down on you. Okay, so the Most High God made this everything. He made everything. And if he made everything, then who am I to go against what he said? If he made everything, he made everything. He made everything the way that it is to this very period moment that I'm speaking. He made everything. So who am I to say what I'm not going to do and who? If I read it in his word, and I understand what we're saying, but first of all, if man really wrote the Bible and the Bible was really inspired by man, as much as we think it is, men don't live by the law in the Bible. We just don't. We would like to do what we want to do. But the laws in our Bible set us apart from everybody. It gives us a standard. You understand? And that's why it's so important that we walk in who we are. You know, it gives us a standard. You'll trust someone else's written law. When people write laws, they write laws based on their motives and their intentions and their feelings to get things that they want done. Okay? If the Most High God writes something or he inspires someone to write something and tell you, hey, this is what God wants you to do if you want to be blessed. Okay? You might not believe that person, but just the fact that you know that there is a God, I would do it. I would do it, and I would do it without a problem. I would do it without question. I would do it without a second thought. And in my spirit, it's not even grievous. It's not even grievous. It's not even something that I feel like that I don't want to do or that I can't do. What else am I here to do? If I want good results, then I need to have a certain standard. I need to be trained. I need order. I need structure. So why would I not want to do? And if the God of the universe said that he wants me to do something, who am I as one of his creations who am I to deny him of what he requested me to do when he said that the earth is yours? All I want you to do is live the way that I asked you to live. I just want you to be in order the way that I said. You know, I mean, if I get to enjoy all the beautiful things of this earth, if I get to enjoy all the beautiful things of this earth that you created for me, and all you want me to do is sew some fringes on my skirt with a ribbon of blue, if I have to keep my head covered, if I have to respect the man and just stay in order and allow myself to be led and guided and nurtured, if all I have to do is keep the Shabbat, just go hard all 6 days of the week, you got 6 days to figure out everything, but I want you to rest, y'all. We'll be right back after this message. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And today we're talking about building a relationship with the Most High, or developing a real relationship with someone. The first real, genuine, truth relationship that you should be in from out the womb is a relationship with the person that gave you life into this earth, that brought you to, that allowed you to experience and live in the light. It is a privilege to be able to walk the earth even though we are not where we're supposed to be. It's a privilege to be able to breathe air and hear the birds and eat good food and walk with your feet on the grass, and that's a blessing, because you could not have those things. You could be anywhere, you could be in the darkness. You could not have air. You could not hear anything. You could not see anything. You could not taste anything. You could just not. And when you think about just not compared to living and experiencing all five senses, is so much more when you understand that it's just a blessing. But it's not a blessing, because right now our situation is that we're just designed to work and hustle, and but God, you all honor and glory goes to the Most High. All honor and glory, everything. He is number one to all of us. Without Him and the Son that He sent back to bring us back to Him, we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. Right? So, and if you're not trying to set your life up to live that way, I don't know what you're doing. You're just chasing nothing. I don't want a life where you can just do you. I like a life with structure. But the next thing that I want to say is that also too, you gotta have faith. You gotta believe that even when you think you ain't messing with God, He's still messing with you. Period. You ain't never alone. Your thoughts, you ain't never disconnected from Him, unless period, because you a continuous energy, just like He a continuous energy. Period. So even if you think that God don't see you, or you alone, or He let this happen to you, or whatever your thoughts are about what you think about God, He thinks about you. and I care about what He thinks about me. You understand? When you really and I said this, I posted this on my Facebook, and send me a friend request. Nicole Archer on Facebook, ARCHA. And I also have Sisters in Yahawashai Life Coach group. But I'm not real active in the group, but it still has like a lot of information. I worked on that group for a long time before I actually started putting members in. Lots of information and knowledge, history stuff. I got movies and videos attached to the website, different links, a lot of information for you. And the women of the group are very knowledgeable. They are, women in the truth, and I mean, they go hard. They cook, they always posting great ideas, meals, and so I don't have a whole lot of friends on Facebook, but the ones that I do have, they're really good. So we have a nice little community, of ladies that I really like. So but what I was saying was, you have to have faith that no matter whether you fucking with God or not, he fucking with you, and you have to do what he says, not what you want to do, and not how you want to do it. Because it ain't no way to half-ass, being a child of God. It ain't no half-assing. It ain't no half-assing keeping this truth. It ain't no half-assing in keeping the commandments. And the thing about it is that we think that because we think that there's no repercussions for our behavior because we don't have no faith. But what is karma? What is karma? If you have faith that karma is going to come back and bite you in the behind when you do something wrong, you should have faith to know that when you ain't doing what God wants you to do, something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. And it may not be in your favor. Birds always fly real high, but they only go so high before they get that reality check that they ain't no oxygen up here. We done got too high, So we have to be mindful of that. You gotta have faith that just know wherever your next move is, you're gonna be judged for that. And when you think about your steps, it makes you think more about your steps when you know that you're going to be held accountable for your actions. When you know that when you look up at the sky, there's somebody looking down at you like, yeah, I'm still here and I saw what you did last night too. And I am not pleased. You have to have faith and fear. Fear is the next one. Fear. You have to fear the Most High. Because if you fear him, what I did last night, I know he wasn't happy with that. So I'm definitely will not be doing that no more. And repent. Ask for forgiveness and say, I'm not doing that no more. And I think that also too, I think that the Most High makes us relive different situations until we get it right. I think that he makes us relive situations until we get it right. I think that every time you do something wrong, you always have that moment like, damn, I done been in this situation 1,000 times and I keep getting the same results. One time, you gonna stop that shit. You gonna stop your shit and not get caught up in that situation. It's always another way to handle things. It's always another way to handle things. And the main thing is that we keep the order and we keep the respect and we keep the peace. We don't need things upsetting our life, causing us problems when we got the whole world fighting against us. We need to come together as much as possible and try to have as many friends who are like-minded like us, because in the end, we are all we got. For me to hate you is for me to be pissing in the wind. What point is it in me hating you? What point is it in you hating me? If I can bake bread and you can grow vegetables, let's hook up. Because maybe I could bake you a loaf or two, and maybe you could give me some watermelon and some squash. Because I damn sure didn't get none this year. That also made me mad because I went and got my seeds from the seed and feed store, and all them things was duds. The squash. So I will be getting with my sisters, get me some good stuff offline this year. I ain't playing no games, but I did get a whole lot of tomatoes, peppers, what else? Mostly tomatoes and different kinds of peppers. Hot peppers, bell peppers, the sweet little colorful peppers. I grew tomatillos and I grew plum tomatoes. And I mean, I done built this place out with it. But that's just a whole nother thing. That's a side thing about the garden. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sitting outside looking at it. But, you got to have fear. You got to fear the Most High. You got to fear that, if I don't keep these commandments, my life is not going to go good. Something is going to pop off. And you got to live like that there's something higher than you that could stop you from, God say he killeth and make it alive. I feel bad. We all feel bad when we hear about the murder rate and this and that. God say he killeth and make it alive. This is his will being done. We ain't got no say so about this. Because we'll let this stupid shit go on forever because we happy. But he not happy. And a lot of his people not happy. So, but we'll be right back after this message. Hey everybody, and welcome back to SCDC ENT presents The Aged Woman, and I'm that lady, Miss Nicole. And today we are talking about building a relationship with God, with the Most High God. And I forgot about what I was saying at the end of the last segment. But if you really want to build a relationship with the Most High, you cannot be fake. That smile, that fake smile, and the fake this and the fake that. The Most High know you better than you know yourself. He know how you gonna die. You don't even know that, but the Most High do. So what I'm telling you is that it is very, very important. It's very important that you just deal with who you are as a person. Those thoughts that you have in your head, those thoughts that you have in your mind, you hear God talking to you. He talks to you all the time. You just don't listen. And you don't want to acknowledge what he's saying to you. But as soon as you start acknowledging those words that he's saying to you, as soon as you start asking him to order your steps in his word, you should not want to be doing what you want to do. You should be wanting to move in ways to get a blessing. To get a blessing, to get the Most High to give you some favor. To give you some favor. We need some favor. We need some blessings. So I'm gonna do everything I can to be a blessing to you, so I can get a blessing from the Most High. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like what I say. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to do what I think that I need to say and do to be a blessing to you. I might not even be a blessing to you. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm going to say what's on my heart because I'm trying to get a blessing from the Most High. Everything I do is about being blessed by the Most High. That's what I'm driven to do. I want to be a blessing. I want to be blessed by him. I want to, when y'all see me, y'all be like, man, that God done bless her. That's period. I don't care about things of this earth that is not going to benefit me in a positive manner, or that's not going to be pleasing to the Most High. But before I do anything, even when I'm about to get in an argument with my husband, because he pisses me off all the time sometimes. Well, not all the time. I do love him. But even when we get into it, because we human, we get on each other's nerves sometimes, especially when we together all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really go nowhere. So we are, other than like doctor's appointments. But before I even open my mouth to even try to think that I'm going to disrespect my husband in any way, shape, form, or fashion, the first thing I say to myself is I got to chill, because God ain't going to be pleased. And I don't even have to say that to myself, because I'm already trained to know that before I even open my mouth and disrespect this man, God is not going to be pleased with me. So I'm just not going to do that. He's not going to be pleased with me acting this way. He's not going to be pleased if I eat pork. He's not going to be pleased if I be out here giving them my phone numbers. He's not going to be pleased if I be trying to be funny with my sisters. He's not going to be pleased if I sit up here and coon and shuck and jive knowing something is wrong. He's just not going to be pleased with that. He's not going to be pleased with me not keeping the commandments. He's not going to be pleased with me trying to bogart my husband. He's not going to be pleased with me disrespecting my kids. He's not going to be pleased with me putting my booty cheeks all out here on the air for everybody to see. He's not going to be pleased with behavior like that. And if you can't be a godly woman, you can't say you have a relationship with God if you don't give a damn what God thinks about you. And he makes it clear in his word what he wants from you as a woman and as a man. He makes it clear. And for you to go against that or think that, because you feel like what you feel or what you think is even remotely irrelevant to him, you setting yourself up for failure. I just throw my hands up in all due surrender. I surrender to that. Willingly, because what else do I have to do that's so important? What else do I have? I pray that every day that I don't make the wrong decision. I ask that he lead my thoughts, lead my hands, lead my finances, lead me, guide me, help me understand how I'm supposed to be a better woman. How am I supposed to be a better citizen? What can I say to inspire somebody to keep these commandments and turn their life around? How can you use me? How can I be of service to you, Most High? How could I be of service to glorify your name and give all honor and glory to you at the end of the day? Because it ain't about me. It's about getting your word out, to get your people to get right, to get us back together so we can get Yahweh up in this thing. That's what it's all about. And if you're trying to think that it's not, it's so many strong men rising up right now trying to get our people in order. So many strong men right now and really telling us the truth and really going in and really, done put in the time and the work to understand us so that they can help us. But it's like we as a people, we don't want to be helped. And every time somebody come at us with a solution, we come at them with another question and a problem. Instead of just climbing on board and saying, I ain't got the answers. But you know what, brother? You seem like you got the answers. So guess what? I'm going to roll with you. I know what I know. But I do know you know what you know. And I believe in you, brother. I'm going to support you. What's wrong with saying that? Somebody got to have a plan. Everybody can't just do what they want to do. Somebody got to be a leader, and somebody got to be a follower. I don't mind following a strong leader, especially if I believe in him. God going to hold it. First of all, follow a godly man, because a godly man gives a damn about what God thinks about him, so he's going to hold himself to be accountable for any actions and things that he go against. I follow a godly man over anybody, because I know that he has an obligated right. He has an obligation, not an obligated right. He has an obligation to make all his actions be all glorious to the Most High. So a godly man can get my time and my attention. A godly man, he can get my money, especially when he's talking about making it benefit our people. We got a lot of brothers out there that's really trying to do things to uplift us as a people, and we really need to start taking a look and supporting them. What else do we have to go on? We all keep saying the same thing. We need help. And there's people out there that really need our help, and we won't even support them. And I'm not saying everybody, because everybody is not our people, and a lot of people is on that BS. But it is a lot of people out there, and if it's anybody in your local area, support them. If you can do anything, support them. It's very important, especially if they look like you and they doing what you doing, and they doing what they know is right. It ain't nothing wrong with it. We got to come together and stop fighting one another. We got to come together and stop hating on one another. We've got to really come together as a group of people that, one, we fear the Most High, and we know that the Most High wants His people to come together. So we coming together. We're looking for like-minded people like us that mean us well, that can help us, and we want to help you. Period. And whatever that is, we're going to bring the Most High up into it, and He going to rock this thing for us. And with that, we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. Like, I literally had to end that segment a few minutes earlier than I wanted to, because I literally live on Railroad Avenue, and the train come by here every dang day, all day. So the train was coming, and I'm sitting outside again, so I had to end that, and abruptly, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna wrap this up, because I know I've been talking for a long time, but I just want you to know that it is worth the effort. It's worth the effort to really wholeheartedly put forth an effort to really have a relationship with God, and to really put your fakeness down and really do what is required of you, doing more right than doing wrong, allowing that spiritual voice inside of you to get louder, undoing yourself from this world and embracing who your spirit man actually wants to be, who your spirit man is really. You know who you are as, the person that you made yourself be, but who is that real spiritual man inside of you that's trying to get out? And I use man and woman interjectively, not just, but who is that person that's trying to get out? What does that person look like? Who was that person that originally came over here inside of you off them ships? That's the person that you gotta refine, and you gotta get back to. That person that stepped off that ship naked, afraid, confused, sick, abused, but you had something inside of you. Being a child of God, we gonna be good no matter where we go, and we can adjust. But the horrors and things that we've had to live through have destroyed us. I like what Dr. Umar said. He said we're the slaves. Our parents, those was free people, because they knew how to build things. They had love for one another. They knew how to come together. They had their priorities in order. So those was the free black people. We the slaves. We are what's left of them after we've been destroyed. After they were destroyed, we are what's left. And that's a hard thing to understand. It's a hard thing to understand. So everything about you, you gotta just check it and make sure that it's authentic and it is serving you a purpose. Having and holding on to hurt and pain and miseries and things and this and that. Now, I'm not telling you to let everybody in your life who did you wrong But what I'm telling you is move on from the hurt. Because God can't dwell in something that's just crowded. You can't, you got to clean that trunk out. You got to clean out the bag, lady. Because you going to want to put your pain and your hurts and things on God. But God didn't, he allowed things to happen because you continued to walk the path that you walked. No matter how many times you heard those little voices saying, don't do that. Don't do that. No matter how many times you had people telling you, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you're going to do it anyway. And anytime when you operate like that, you have to accept the consequences. So a lot of us have been burned really hard. Our butt cheeks have scraped the pavement really hard. And it's because of our own choices. Our own choices. Because we choose to ignore the fact that we cannot do what we want to do. And no matter how many times we hear those signs and those voices and stuff, we just ignore them. So accept that. Accept that. And if, whatever that caused you to do, accept that. But you need to move on from your pain, because your pain is self-inflicted. And once you really can swallow that and deal with that, you can stop placing blame on the Most High God like he failed you when you failing yourself. The one thing that he does, that he gives us, life is choice driven. We live and die by the choices that we make. If you choose to ignore those voices in your head that's telling you don't do that, don't cuss your husband out, don't say that to him, don't take the money, don't do this, don't spend all the money on your nails. Why you keep going to get your nails done? It's $70 and the kids need shoes. Don't do that. Oh Lord, you got a bill coming up. Why don't you take that money and start a business? And you just ignoring all of that stuff. You just ignore all that. Girl, don't go out tonight. You need to be home. Girl, don't do that man like that. You know he really love you. Girl, don't say that. Why you said that to him? And then you just never, don't blame anybody for that stuff. That is all on you. Those were your choices, and you have to learn that. If you got children out of wedlock, why are you mad at him? He pitches the seed, you catch it. Did you not know that? You made these decisions, and you need to stand by your decisions. And now that your decisions has caused you problems, you need to fix them and be a woman and stand up for what it is. And take responsibility. There's nothing else to that. All this hatred and anger and frustration and shit you got in you, let that shit go. Because there ain't no God up in that. You just a messy pound of hurt, and all that was on you. You understand? All that was on you. So I cannot stress that enough. You got to do it. All that stuff is on you. And you have to let it go. The pain and all that, the previous relationships, just because, one guy did you wrong, all of them ain't like that. All men are not the same. Just the ones, but when you putting out a certain energy, like attract to like. Two magnets attract to each other. So if you foolishness, you won't attract foolishness. When you on that whole shit that y'all love to be on, you gonna attract whole ass niggas. It's guaranteed. You gonna attract that. When you in your womanhood, cause see, the way that you know when you know you a woman is because you can listen to what a man says. That's how you attract the man. You gotta listen to what he's saying. Cause see, a lot of times when we don't want to hear that real stuff, when we just want to hear ooh girl and that and this here, little baby and little booby and this and all this here, and call me Daddy Ray Ray and all these old stupid ass, when you on that kind of thing, that's what you get. And there ain't nothing coming out of that but baby mama and baby daddy. Guys who still showing up to your door with their pants hanging down behind their waist and all kind of stuff, that ain't about to be nothing. You ain't if a man try to talk to you and he ain't got a belt on, you should just keep it walking, cause that ain't gonna be. And if only dudes that don't have a belt on trying to holler at you, then you need to check your attire, cause there's something about you that's just attracting whole ass fuck niggas. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you. You are you. The energy that you attract, that you put out, is what you're going to attract. If you putting out grown woman energy, you gonna pick up a grown man. If you putting out whole tendencies, you gonna pick up a pimp. If you putting out lesbian vibes, you gonna find another lesbian. Because like energies attract. You know? So you gotta watch that energy. That's why I say it's all on us at the end of the day. It's all on us. We have to watch our energy. You gotta have your mind right. You gotta be in a position that you want to be pleasing to the Most High, not pleasing to the world. That you're gonna do what the Most High say. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do that. I'm gonna be pleasing to the Most High, because I can't be pleasing to my husband all the time, because my husband get on my nerves. But by me being pleasing to the Most High, I know that the Most High he's not gonna want me to engage in no big argument with my husband. He's not gonna want me to engage in spending up money that I know is made for bills. The Most High is not going to be pleased with me in here talking to another man online, trying to hit him up for some kind of relationship or nothing like that. The Most High will not be pleased with me disrespecting my husband, calling him a boy and all this and stuff. So that is how I edit my life, because I want all honor and glory to go to the Most High. Yahweh B'Shem HaMashiach Yahweh. And if I can accomplish that, then I'm good, because that's what I have to do. And I know right from wrong, and I understand right from wrong, and I don't allow my feelings just to dictate my actions. Yeah, I feel like throwing a remote and breaking up the TV, but then when I think about it, I paid a lot of money for that damn TV, so I'm not going to throw that remote. I'm just going to be like, whatever, and just leave it alone. You know, I pick it up when I can deal with it again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not going to allow myself to get into the point that I got to live my life saying I'm sorry and having all these regrets when I could just get it right the first time. That way I don't have to keep reliving it. I don't want to have to learn the hard way. I don't want to have to touch the stove, because I want to know, in order for me to know, my actions has to be pleasing to God. And once I know that my actions are pleasing to God, then that's going to edit and dictate everything in my life. Put that first. If you want to build a relationship with God, your actions must be pleasing to God. They must be pleasing. You must be keeping His law. You must be keeping yourself in order. And ask yourself, are my actions pleasing to God? If He's holding me in His, if He's holding my little clay figurine in His hand, is He happy with me in the way that I'm behaving? Do I make Him smile at me? Is He pleased with me? That is what you should be concerned about. And once you ponder and meditate on that, that is how you begin a true relationship with your Creator. And with that, I say shalom.